Hello, Minecrafters. Munchmo here. Time for another edition of Mining with Munchmo. I'm going to start off by showing you what I've done so far. As you can see, I have moved all of the chests out of this little area here, and I've actually dug into the side and built myself a little cozy home. First, you'll see we have an underground tree farm with just a few trees in it. I don't use that much wood, so I've got that all put together there. Then, you'll notice over here, we've got a fishing hole. This is where I go when I'm looking for some easy food, which honestly I don't really need right now. As you can see, I've got myself a few fish. Otherwise, I've got my bakery, furnaces lining the walls, a nice little spot to store some my extra cooked food and some cakes in case I need a little quick boost. This is also where I do my crafting. I've got some general crafting supplies here and another little thing full of uncooked foods that I temporarily store. My food supplies, as you can see according to the sign, and I got my little crafting table here to make whatever I need to make. And this is where I store raw materials and other things. See, I've got blocks showing what they are, signs showing what other things are stored in there, and I've got some random building supplies over here and other stones and that sort of thing. This room will be extended back more as I fill in more of these chests. And then over here I've got my little bedroom. This is where I put any excess extraneous things that I might want to carry with me for other projects and stuff. So what we're going to start today is I'm going to build over here. Oh look, got some slimes from my slime chamber upstairs. So anyway, as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build over here. I'm going to build a couple of new rooms. One of these is going to be my chicken pen. The other one is going to be my sugar cane room. I'm going to also build back more for an underground automatic harvesting farm. And I'm also going to be adding in minecart tracks and a minecart system that'll take me up to the surface so I don't have to climb this ladder every time that I want to go up to the surface. And it'll be more automated and it'll be a bit safer too than having to climb the ladder and worrying about nighttime. So I'm going to add the minecart tracks that send me up to the top, and then a little protected area around the exit there so that I don't have to worry about things coming down and getting me and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start on some of these projects, and I'll show you as I go along. I won't bore you with the details of digging out the holes and space and stuff for making these things, so I will see you guys in a little while. I've now extended this hallway down just a little bit in preparation for throwing a farm back there, and I have hollowed out a couple of rooms for the chicken farm and for the sugarcane farm. So the next step is going to be to design the two farms. I think the way I'm going to work this is going to be a multi-level farm with the chickens on top, able to be crushed if necessary for their food, dropping their eggs down. And then this one over here, I'm going to just have a button I push to harvest the sugarcane when I feel that it's gotten big enough. So I think I'm going to start with the sugarcane, as that one seems like it's going to be an easier approach. So I'm going to go ahead and get together what I need, get a little design put together, and I'll be back as I start putting it together for you. So, after a lot of work here, I came up with the perfect plan on how to place all this stuff. I'm going to light it up here and show you what I got. I closed it off, made it look a little bit prettier. You know what, let me replace that with smooth stone just to make it look nicer. So push the button and it'll pop out. I haven't got the sugarcane in there yet, but so far I've got the redstone up here. As you can see, the button, we'll start at the button where you press it. And I'll show you the little inner workings here. So you press the button and it comes through here. Since we're not going to be going this way, we don't have to keep it hidden. It comes down this line. We have a repeater there, brings it up here, lights up all the ones along here, hits this switch or this split here and goes up this way and then up to the top row there, and then it also goes around behind here into another repeater. As you can see, I've got a lot of repeaters working in here. Up here it goes in, lights up the top and lights up the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some water here, like that. So then go push it on that way, and then I'm going to go and get myself some sugarcane to plant, and we'll show it to you in action. So let's grab our sugarcane. There it is. Okay, excellent. So we'll head on over here. We'll plant some sugarcane. Okay, up onto the block. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to kind of pretend that it's growing some, and I'm going to add some extras on top here. And there we go. And then I'll just throw some extras all the way up top there. So let's, see, just stand here. Oh, where'd my button go? I don't know how I somehow lost that button, but there we go, buttons. Oh, well that's a little bit of a problem now, isn't it? So I guess we're going to have to fix it. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's start by doing that. Grab my bucket. Go plunk and plunk. Dig that there. I'm going to have to plop and plop. And let's go ahead and replant all this sugar cane along in here. And we'll go dink dink. There's our water. Some more sugar cane up there. And put the button back. There we go. Okay. So now we push the button. It pops it out. It all drops in. And I pick it up. Simple, easy, and affordable. Let's see, how can I make it better? For now, I really can't. I could make it a fully automated system and all that like I did in my old world, but I don't feel the need for it, as I don't think I'm going to be using that much sugar cane. So my next step now is going to be to build my chicken farm over here. So I'm going to go drop off the stuff here that I have that I don't need, and put the sugar cane away and everything, and then I'll get building there, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. The concept behind the chicken farm is going to be similar to the sugarcane farm. However, it's only going to have a single stack of pistons, about the same size though, and I don't have to worry as much about the length of the water. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out where I want the water to flow. I've gone ahead and placed my signs, and in doing so I also noticed that I was going to have a higher ceiling here, so my next step is going to be to build the layer on top of the signs where the water is going to have the source blocks. And next step is going to be to add our pistons to the side here. This project is going to actually be pushing things around, so I need to use sticky pistons, which as you can see I have already got. We place our pistons here. Next we finish this, fill in these two sides here, and that's pretty much all there's going to be to this. Got a couple other little things I'm going to have to do. I can begin placing my water, and I'll kill those two as well. So the way this is going to work is I'm actually going to put a source block each one of these to fill in above me here, so that I am able to have chickens floating above me in that area without them actually being able to get down. I now have the water working the way I want it. I also placed some of the required blocks around for making this work. I've got it so I've got my flowing water below to draw everything that drops into it. I've got my still water above, the chickens to live inside of, and I have a couple of set of dispensers here that I'll be able to place eggs inside of to have it shoot inside to make more chickens. Next step is going to be to wire this whole place up. I've now got crushing action working. Where there are chickens up there, I would hit this button, they would start dying, hit this switch again, and their carcasses would fall into the water and come down to me. So next step is to make the repeaters work. I have now got my little 2 clock repeater going here, which activates my eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and quickly throw a couple of ladders in here to make, or not ladders, stairs in here to make it a little easier to get to these things. As you can hear, we've already got our chickens getting thrown in. And we got our eggs loaded up on this side. Oh, I think I might have a problem getting to, oh, there we go, dispenser on the other side. Might have to do something about that. But for now, as you can see, we've got our chickens in. And when we want to kill them, we just do that. They die. And whatever they drop should come down. If they drop anything. Let this thing throw a few more eggs out that way. Though it seems only one dispenser is actually active currently. I wonder why that is. Let's kill some more chickens just so I can show you how it works here. Oh, there they go. So you can see, they die, they fall, and I collect them. Gonna have to work on that second dispenser though, figure out what's going wrong there. But that's pretty much the summary of my idea. Well, I made a slight modification to the chicken system here. I added a pulse limiter in here so that it won't go too fast, and that way I can also turn it on and off by pushing the button. Unfortunately, chickens don't like to live in captivity because they end up killing each other, and I end up with just one chicken in the end, so I'm going to have to work on that possibly later. But for the time being, I'm going to get to work on my underground wheat farm. Little change here, even after replacing the lower brick with fence, the chickens were still dying, so I decided to drop even the water lower brick with fence too. For the time being, I'm just going to let the chickens live and collect their eggs and everything. I figure once it comes down to it, and we've got animal breeding in the game, make it a lot easier, and I can then begin actually killing them off for food. But right now I'm pretty stacked with food, so I'm okay. I'm just going to leave that one be as it is and collect the eggs as time goes on. Extended this hallway down here. On the left side here is where I'm going to go ahead and build my wheat farm. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and once I get the room hollowed out, I'll show you what I'm working with. I've got my room here hollowed out just about how I want it. I think I'm probably going to have to make it a little bit higher, but I'll worry about that when the time comes. At this point, we now want to fill the area in here with our dirt. As you can see, I'm making it 4 wide on each side, and the center area there is going to be a water channel. So once we fill this in, we'll then begin working on getting the water flowing quite the way we want it to, and testing to make sure that it's going to do what we're looking for here. So I'll go ahead and finish this part, and then once I got it done, I will show you guys what we got. For sanity's sake, I decided to raise the ceiling level at least 1, and as you can see, we've got our center water channel in here. All the dirt blocks will become farmland. Now my next task is going to be to figure out how exactly I'm going to have my waterfall, so that when I push the lever, flip the switch, hit the button, whatever, all the water will fill all 8 of these squares. So now I'm going to lay that out, and we'll see what it looks like when I return. I had to replace the center line of glass with cobblestone because I need to be able to run redstone up it. As you can see, I have got a piston here holding back the water. If I were to knock this away, it would open up, and you'll see it allows the water to flow down over the entire surface of the, okay, not quite the entire surface. I'll have to fix that. So I'll get on that, and I'll also run the redstone here back up to that so I can turn it on and off at will. So you can see I've got it now. I missed 1 block on either side there, so put that back, let the water go. I need to pick up this redstone here, and I need to run it up to here. That and that. So now we just run the redstone up these few blocks here, and that should allow us to turn the water on and off with a lever on this block, which for now I'm just going to make to test that, which lets the water flow. Next step, I'm going to install water on the left and right to bring the things in here and install the lever. It's done. It's perfect. So you can see I've got my, let me grab that block while I'm at it. I'll go ahead and ho ho ho. I got my water here, which will bring all the stuff that drops in to me, standing right here when the time comes. It is going to take a little bit of work to actually get this entire area tilled and seeded and everything. But hopefully if things work out right, once I've tilled it once, I will never have to do it again. I have had issues in the past where some of the farmland blocks closest to or farthest from the water actually didn't hold the till, but I'm hoping that this is not going to happen here. And if it does, all I have to do is just dig beyond this wall here and on the other side and add more water. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and till away all this land, seed it all up, and wait for it to grow. And I will show you this working when the wheat has completely grown in. I'll see you then. Just finished tilling and planting all the seeds. I figured I'd just give you a little quick preview of what it looks like here. Next time you see it, it'll be fully grown and ready to harvest. The wheat farm is nearly ready to be harvested. As you can see, most of the blocks are filled in. And while I've been waiting on that, I have also put myself together a little minecart system to help me get up to the surface without having to climb that big old ladder. It's not quite done yet, but as you can see, it takes me up to the surface at a pretty decent speed, and all the way up, it outputs me here. Protects me from those mean little bugs and other things. I still have to add a fence around the glass to keep the Enderman from picking up pieces and running away with them. And I'm going to throw a button here instead of the redstone torch. Like that. Nope, a button. There we go. Here. Go place this there. Put a piece of wood on top of it. And put the button there. So then I can sit in the cart, push the button, and that'll make it go. There we go. Back to underground. But I'm going to go ahead and show you now how the wheat farm works. Even though not quite everything is ready, all I got to do is stand here, flip the switch, and wait. The water will flow down, harvesting all the crops for me, throwing them all down to the end here, where I will eagerly pick them up. Although there seems to be a problem with the water flow, and it isn't quite bringing them to me, but I have a feeling that once I flip this switch off, the water flow from the top will stop, which will then cause all of the nifty little crops to come down to me. Nope, not happening. I have to do something over there then, but I'll fix that, and then everything will be a-okay. Time to go replant, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Don't forget, please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Look forward to hearing from you guys. And remember, let's play Minecraft.